Good morning, everybody. Spiritual Whistleblower here. This video is going out by request. I've been on a roll with discussing toxic narcissistic parents. So by request in this video, I'm going to talk about how narcissistic women punish and destroy their daughters. How a narcissistic mother destroys her daughter. Okay? And I'm going to talk about two different types of scenarios. In both scenarios, that narcissistic mother is destroying her daughter. And I will use my situation, how I was raised. I'm very transparent. I have nothing to hide. And my family members, I don't care if they get mad. Because I don't believe in sweeping dysfunction underneath the rug. In order to have a healthy legacy, you got to stop and analyze your toxic traits as well as your family's toxic traits to give the future generations a chance to thrive, the word thrive, healthy. Stop sweeping dysfunction underneath the rug and transferring it onto the next generation. Period, point blank. I don't give a fuck who gets mad at me. I don't want to live in dysfunction. I don't want to sweep shit underneath the rug and pretend like it never happened and just turn right around and train my children and grandchildren to keep passing the shit down. That's dysfunctional, it's delusional, and it's trifling. So in this video, I will discuss how narcissistic women destroy their daughters. Ladies, I've coached many of y'all. Many of y'all have said, my mother hates me. My mother is in competition with me. My mother's jealous of me. My mother has flirted with my boyfriends. My mother flirts with my husband. My mother has tried to take control of my baby. My mother has tried to sue me for custody of my child. My mother wants my life. What is my mother's problem? Let's talk about it. I'm here to have these discussions that people, we scared to have these discussions. I'm not, bitch. I'm not. I'm tired of the fuck shit. I'm tired of the dysfunction. I'm tired of the bullshit in the black community. Let's have these discussions. Let's teach our babies so moving forward in the future, they don't pass this fuck shit down to their children. I'm over it. So ladies, how do you know if you have a narcissistic mother? How do you know that your mother has severe toxic narcissistic traits? Let me ask you something, ladies. As a child, did you feel like your mother never approved of anything that you did? You was working hard to impress her. Whether, you're in school trying to get good grades, you bring her home your report card and she be like, whatever. Or, you might be on the track team, or you might be on the softball team, and you want your mom to come out and support you, and she would never come out and support you, or whatever it is. You always felt like your mother was working against you. You always felt like your mother had a hidden jealousy towards you. You're a child and you're just like, why won't mom ever say I'm pretty? Why won't mom ever support me? I'm in school doing good, or I'm on a basketball team, a softball team. My mom never supports my game. I was on the cheerleading team. I was a cheerleader. My mother did not go to not one single game to support me. As a cheerleader, I was on the bowling team. I was on the basketball team. My mother came to nothing. She didn't support shit I did in high school. Okay? When you have a narcissistic mother, she is jealous of her daughter. Let's talk about it in the comment section. I done coached too many of y'all with these same issues. A narcissistic mother will hate her daughter. She'll be jealous of her fucking daughter. Everything good that you got going on, she will not validate or support it. She will talk shit about you. She got her girlfriends. She'll be on the phone gossiping about you, her daughter, like a dog, to her female friends in the streets. Like, Mom, I'm your child. Why are you talking about me like I'm another woman that fucked your nigga? You talking about me like I'm a side chick or some strange woman in the streets that took your man. Yes. A narcissistic mother will hate her daughter into the fucking ground, to the point she's gossiping negatively about her daughter into the streets, to her inner circle of friends. And you could be the sweetest piece of pie. You could be a good girl in school making good grades. You could be working hard. I was in high school working 2 jobs. In high school, my trifling mother, because her drug dealer husband got locked up, incarcerated, and she was left at home alone to take care of her children because her drug money was gone, and her sugar daddy husband, drug dealer, pedophile, yes, pedophile, husband was locked up, incarcerated. Now she's forced to be an actual mother. And you know what? The whole time he was locked up, she would not work a job. My mother said, fuck that. I'm used to getting diamonds and furs and being taken care of just because this nigga's locked up in prison. So what did she do? She made her children the provider in the family. I worked 2 jobs. My junior and senior year in high school, I worked 2 jobs. And every week that I got paid, my mother snatched my entire paycheck to pay the bills and buy groceries. She would not work. She didn't feel that she had to work a job. She didn't want to work. Lazy, fat ass, entitled, and abusive and controlling. I'll just take my daughter's paychecks and pay all the bills. I'm not working a job. Fuck that. When my ex-husband, not her ex-husband, she's still married to the piece of shit pedophile. When my husband gets out of prison, he can start taking care of me again. This is my mother's mentality. When you have a narcissistic mother, ladies, and you're sweet, you will always be fighting for your mother's approval. You will always be fighting for her validation. This is how we become overachievers. Y'all are looking at me like, damn, bitch, you a single mother. You beat all the odds in life. You put yourself through college. You got a bachelor's and master's. Now you in school pursuing a doctorate's degree. You got a successful business. I'm an entrepreneur. But prior to me starting my small business, I got 18 years with the New York State government. I'm a government employee, 18 years. And I still could go back and reinstate myself, and I got a pension and all that. Bitch, always been successful. Bitch, I don't have no criminal record. Do you know how many times my daughter has a disability? I've kept my daughter in specialized schools around therapists and doctors to help her with her disability. You know how many times my mother made prank phone calls to CPS, Child Protective Services, to destroy me and my relationship with my daughter? Prank phone calls. Bitch, you live all the way in Delaware. I'm in New York. You're making prank phone calls to sabotage everything I got. I'm working hard towards. I got a good job. I got a beautiful car. I got my own place. I don't ask my mother for a dime of her money, but she on the phone making prank phone calls that I'm abusive. And she don't even know that my daughter is enrolled in a school for disabled children. My daughter has 4 or 5 teachers in a classroom. They're all therapists. These are licensed therapists. They're trained to spot abuse and anything else in these disabled children. So let me tell you something, when Child Protective Services called me up and they ran the investigation and they went to my daughter's school, all my daughter's teachers said she's a beautiful mother, she's a wonderful parent, we love her. All my daughter's teachers backed me the fuck up and shut that shit the fuck down. They closed the case in 2 weeks. Every time my mother tried to sabotage me, lie on my good name, file fake reports to Child Protective Services, all the shit backfired on her bitch ass. Bitch ass bitch. Jealous because she was a toxic, trifling, abusive mother. Jealous that I was a good mother and I changed. I didn't abuse my child. I did not pass the generational curse onto my child. I got a loving relationship with my child and she's jealous of that. So what did she do? Let me get on the phone and make a prank phone call. Let me call Child Protective Services and fuck shit up with my daughter and her daughter. It backfired every time. Ha ha, ha ha, hee hee, kiki. Backfired. They closed the case. No abuse found it. Every time my mother called, the shit backfired in that bitch face. See, listen, an idle mind is the devil's workshop. My mother got too much time on her hands. She's bored and she's miserable. And a miserable person, when they see another person that is thriving and successful and happy, they'll try to destroy your life from a distance. Like I said, my mother was living in the state of Delaware and I'm living in New York. Bitch, why are you making prank phone calls? You're not even there with me physically, helping me with my daughter. I got so many stories, so many stories. A narcissistic mother will be so jealous of her own daughter because she sees in her daughter has the ability to be a better mother, a better woman, a better human being than what the fuck she was. So she want to fuck your shit up. Even when you become an adult and you move far away, you can move to another city and state. That bitch will obsessively stalk you. She'll have family members watching you because she hates the idea that she can't control you. She hates the idea that you broke free from her and you became a better woman and better parent than she was. This bitch is fucked up in the head. And she's going to sit up and tell everybody, my daughter's crazy, my daughter's this, my daughter's that. But ain't nobody questioning her behavior. Ain't nobody asking her, well, sis, what did you do to contribute to your daughter disliking you? What did you contribute to your daughter having mental issues, PTSD? Did you abuse your daughter, bitch? Did you try to destroy your daughter, bitch? Let's talk about that. Why does your daughter have mental issues? What is your contribution to making her the way that she is? She'll never talk about that because she lacks accountability. This is why she's a narcissist, a sociopath. But see, when you flip the script and you put the focus, let's put the spotlight on her behavior. Bitch, have you gone to therapy, bitch? Bitch, have you been evaluated? What is your diagnosis, toxic mommy? Are you bipolar mommy? Are you a narcissist mommy? Are you a sociopath mommy? Let's discuss your behavioral patterns, mommy. I bet you that bitch won't discuss her fucking shit. She's so busy pointing fingers and talking down on everybody else and trying to tear her daughter down. She won't look in that mirror and talk about her toxic traits. Toxic ass biatch. That's why the daughters never fuck with their mamas. They move far away. The mama becomes obsessive with destroying her daughter because her daughter has broken the generational curse. Her daughter has become a better parent, a better mother. Her daughter has become successful. Her daughter's got her degrees, a good job, a good life, a stable home, and her mother is jealous. Her mother could never measure up to the level of success because her mother failed. And her mother will not look in that mirror and get herself right. So she obsesses over her daughter and destroying her daughter. Yeah. Let me tell y'all something. You can forgive your mother, but if you are 30, 40 years old and your mother is still treating you like this, let me explain something. She's never going to change. You got to save yourself and stop feeling sorry for this bitch. When she's 70, 80, 90 years old and she's on her deathbed, she's still going to abuse you. She might be nice because she needs you to help her wipe her ass when she's in the nursing home, but she still hates you. Yeah, she still hates you. And she, watch when she writes her will. She's going to write her will. When she dies, she's going to give all her money to the child that ain't did shit for her, her golden child. She ain't going to give you shit. She's going to use you to help take care of her in the nursing home, but she's going to give all her money to the child that she really loves. Y'all better wise up to the game. Narcissistic mothers are jealous of their own daughters. Peep game.